Your psychic number is your base vibration. This is your core nature, your instincts, and how you naturally experience reality on a personal level. If you're born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st, you are ruled by Rahu, which is the planet of illusions, rebellion, chaos, and unconventional paths. And you are known as the Psychic 4 in numerology. If you notice somebody that's a little bit off, or they do everything in a really strange way, and they always have a differing opinion from everybody else, and they always do everything in a very odd sort of way, most likely that person is going to be a psychic number 4. Psychic number 4s are the engineers of reality. These are the people that see what's broken in the world and have a deep urge to restructure, reform, or rebuild it. They're highly grounded and mentally strong, and these individuals often carry a rebellious streak, but they're not careless rebels. They like to rebel using logic, ethics, or some form of long-term structured vision. 4s are often the black sheep of their family, and they drastically stand out from society. And this is because these people think very differently. They're almost like aliens amongst humanity. Whether it's in science, business, or social movements, these people tend to be the ones that are challenging societal norms or reconstructing systems. Some famous psychic number 4s is Ronnie Coleman, the famous bodybuilder, Barack Obama, Kevin Samuels, FouseyTube, William Dafoe. For those of you who don't know who that guy is, he's the famous actor that played Green Goblin. He's that dude that makes those strange, like freaky faces in all the movies. Jamie Foxx, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Ice Spice, George Washington, Matthew McConaughey, Billy Carson, Brian Dawkins, and Diddy. I'm telling you, 4s are some strange people. If you're born on the 4th, you're what is called a grounded maverick. This is raw, unfiltered, undiluted 4 energy. These guys are very methodical, they're honest, they're blunt, they're self-reliant, they dislike fakery and superficial people. They have a strong mental background, and they'll stick to whatever they believe is right, no matter the consequence or no matter how much backlash they face. Famous example of this is Ice Spice, born on the 4th. No matter what anything negative anybody says about her, it's like she remains unfazed. She remains unfazed. When she lost all that weight, everyone's talking a whole bunch of trash about her. She looked unfazed. When people were talking about her like losing the pigmentation in her skin, it's like she seemed unfazed. She never broke down or started crying or whining. That's how people born on the 4th are. Barack Obama too, born on the 4th. They have this very stoic face. It's like nothing phases 4s. They seem so unemotional. They often feel alienated early on in life, and they also tend to be misunderstood and underestimated. People born on the 4th tend to build success slowly in life, and this is because they're not really known for taking shortcuts. They like to just build a plan, act on that plan, and just stick to the plan. And so these are the most rigid out of all the 4s. If you're born on the 13th, your archetype is called the Karmic Reformer. And this is because the number 13 in Tarot is associated with death. And this is not a scary thing or a bad thing. For those of you who are not initiated into the occult arts, death just means rebirth. This is just when the soul leaves the body and you are reformed. So you get a new form. This is where the reformer part comes in. And then the karmic part comes from the number 13 being a karmic number. There are only 4 karmic numbers in all of numerology. This is 13, 14, 16, and 19. And what separates karmic numbers from all other numbers in numerology, and what makes them special, is that karmic numbers keep repeating the same reoccurring themes in your life over and over and over again until you master the lesson. If you do not master the lesson, you just keep running around in circles. You just keep running around in circles over and over and over again in your life. You can't get anywhere. And your life's going to be a mess. But if you do master the lesson, you activate a key that allows you to tap into supernatural and hyper-spiritual abilities. The karmic theme behind the number 13 is hard work. Whatever goal you imagine for yourself or set for yourself as a 13, it's going to be so hard to accomplish that it's going to literally force you to work tirelessly past the point of exhaustion and relentlessly until you get it. 13s cannot get anything without hard work. The number 4 is the hardest working number, but the number 13 is the hardest working 4 out of all the numbers in numerology. Once a 13 learns to push past the point of exhaustion, push past their limitations. This is when they will tap into supernatural abilities that will allow them to operate as if they don't have a body, as if they're at a soul state. This is why the number 13 is associated with death. Because when you die, your soul leaves the body, and now your soul is free. It is no longer limited to anything. And so your mind can go anywhere. 13s have minds that are way more powerful than their actual body. They just have to push past the point of exhaustion. When they feel like they have no more energy left to work towards their goals, and they push past this is when they activate this relentless ability to allow them to tirelessly work towards something until it's actually complete, without getting tired or without exhausting themselves. Famous example of this is Ronnie Coleman, born on the 13th, the famous bodybuilder. The dude who's always saying, lightweight, baby. He's big. The dude is huge. He could push any weight, and he was destroying people. No one else that was competing with him in these bodybuilding competitions could compete with him. He destroyed the league when he was being a bodybuilder, and this is because he was a 13. 13s have that ability, and so as a 13, you have to work past the point of exhaustion to get whatever you want in life. And once you work past that point, this is when you tap into that hyper spiritual ability. And then there is nothing that you can't get. If you're born on the 22nd, you're what is called a master builder. And this is because the number 22 is a master number. Any repeating number is a master number. And the builder part comes from the 4 that the 22 reduces to. The 4 is the builder. And the 22-4 makes it a master builder. The 2 in the 22 gives this 4 the ability to imagine anything in a powerful intuition, and then the 4 in them allows them to physically manifest whatever they imagine. This is the most powerful number in all of numerology, by the way. These 4s are big vision realists, and they see how to build massive structures that change society. When you combine the awareness of the 2 with the strategic mind of the 4, now you have somebody that is capable of building massive empires and leading transformative reforms. These people are often secretly and internally spiritual, while they are very practical and methodical on the outside. Internally, 22s have a pull between dreaming and building. And once they balance this, there is nothing that they cannot manifest into reality. If you're born on the 31st, you're what is called a rebel strategist, because you are now fusing the 3's creativity with the 1's individuality, which funnels into the 4's structure. These 4s are more colorful, expressive, and people-oriented than the other 4s. They're often talented at public-facing leadership, politics, media, or reform movements. They're still deeply rational and logical like all the other 4s, but it comes with an artistic flair. People born on the 31st often use charm to mask their seriousness, but underneath all of this is an iron will. Now, if you would like to learn more about numerology, just click the link in my profile bio and read my book, Supreme Mathematics, A Complete Guide on Chaldean Numerology, or if you like a reading, just book a session. But have a great rest of your day.